Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I forgot to do this. Hold on. Let me see what the... Is this it? I'm just shuffling to see if there's a song. So this song, I think this is it. It just like pulled up. But I know where to start. Okay, so Wake Me Up by Avicii? I don't even know how to say that. You know what I'm talking about? So wake me up when it's all over. You know that song? When I'm, what is it? When I'm wiser and I'm older. Right, okay, so, I don't know, just felt guided to do that. Hi, good morning, hello. How is everyone? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, morning, or whatever. I love you guys. I love you, I love you, I love you. Trying to think if there's any announcements that I need to tell you, anything special going on. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, so that was the song. We'll see what comes through as far as these messages. I'm trying to decide what deck I want to use, if I want to use a deck. Okay, they're showing me. Is that one still in here? No. It's over here. I haven't used this girl in a while. This girl. Ooh, okay, good line in it. Yeah, all this time I was finding myself, but I didn't know I was lost. Wake me up before you... Oh, that's a different song, Garrett. Wake me up before you go, right? Oh, we're ready for Jesus. We're not separate from Jesus, actually, Sean. Not saying that we are Jesus, but we're certainly not separate from Jesus. We certainly follow his teachings here, right? He was a leader and a teacher, shower of the way. A path, what is it? A way finder. What is that called? I don't know. Anyways, we love Jesus up in here. Sounds like, Sean, maybe you still feel separate from God. I don't know. You want to save my soul? Oh, honey. All right. All right, collective. What do we need? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What do we need? Ooh, something just popped up that said, don't make any decisions today. I feel like that's significant, okay? I love you, Sean. I love you. I hope you find your way back home as well, okay? I hope that fear doesn't take over, all right? Yeah? I don't come to your church and tell you that that your Bible has been rewritten by man to create fear. I don't come to your church and tell you that most of these pastors out here aren't really connected to God. I don't do that. So can you get out of my chat here, babe? Love ya. I wish you the very best, sending you all the blessings, and that I hope one day you find the God that's within you, right? Not saying that you are a God, but you are an extension of God. Oh, I have a Bible right here, sir. I have a Bible. Right here, baby. But actually, this is I'm waiting on my new one because this is a King James version. Did you know that King James was gay? But he wrote a Bible that said that being gay is a sin? That's crazy. Anyways, all right. I'm done. Just don't come in my space. All right? Right? Yeah, so, yeah. But I have discernment, right? So I can still read this Bible and know what's really the Word of God and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like, all right, look, guys, the devil card's at the bottom of the deck. Clearly that energy's here. Sean's shaky. Woo, he's shaky. I'm making him so mad. All right, but we're not going to feed into that anymore. Moving forward. Holy Spirit, holy angels, what does the collective need to know? Yeah, temperance, balance. Breathe, Corey, breathe. Yeah, it all has purpose. You know what I mean, guys? Like, this is just, you know, we're just going to hide him because what he has to say is irrelevant, right? Different belief systems for different people, and that's the difference between, you know, I don't judge him on how he feels at all. You know, that's where he is at in his journey. But, you know, it's very clear, right? He said, I want to save you. Okay. Focus. Happy Saturday morning, guys. Kind of wish that, you know, yeah. Oh, they're telling me all kinds of things about Sean, but it's none of my business. All right. Moving forward. Sorry, guys. We just want to switch gears. I want to switch gears. You know, that kind of got me a little flustered. He came up in here saying all that stuff. I'll be honest. But maybe my flustered is his flustered, I'm feeling. Because typically it doesn't really, yeah, trespassers. Typically I don't really, I think I was feeling his aggravation maybe. Had me all shaky and I couldn't focus for a second. Woo! Shake it off, oh, shake it off, oh, oh. Right, Shelly? Exactly. All right. For anyone that comes across this later, okay, Sean was somebody who came in here and was trying to project his religious beliefs onto me. So just okay. But you know, the ancestors don't play. Yep, moving right along. Let's get some messages. What do we need to know for this beautiful Saturday? I don't know about you guys, but it is sunny where I am. It is a gorgeous day. We got about like 6 inches of snow yesterday. Wild. It was wild. Okay. Yeah, and now he loves the snow, guys. But but he also, when he plays, he loves to be chased. And it's like kind of been cold to where it's all kind of like slick and icy. So I will fall. Like, I have seen me do it out there. So I'm just going to try to clear the sidewalk so we can play later. He's looking at me like, come on. All right. Enough distractions. Okay, collective. Ooh. Okay. All right. So that song is coming back through. All right. We are refocusing here. That song's coming back through. And this makes me feel like it's like this energy, that line, wake me up when I'm wiser and I'm older here. Okay. Wake me up when it's all over. You know, we've been kind of, a lot of people have been feeling some sort of like significant event coming here. Okay. I'm really feeling like there's a lot of energies, okay? That like even you know, I hate to even use it as an example, but we can use Sean as an example here, okay? It's almost like there is a lot of fear that is rising up so big that it's like these energies are just going out of their way to project these fears. You know what I mean? Like, just for example, right? Him assuming that I am not saved, it's telling me that he is afraid that he is not saved. That is I feel like that's an internal projection here. Okay. And it doesn't have to do with just the religion. And I'm not typically one to like make an example of somebody, but that was his intention with me, right? That was his intention with me. And I feel like, yeah, the ancestors, yeah, Knight of Swords, exactly. The ancestors aren't playing, right? But just more so than that, there's a lot of energy of like, it's intense right now. I feel like, collective, okay. And if you haven't really been working on those fears, I feel like they're rising up in a far more intense way. Just I'm also picking up on yeah, freaking karmic energy again. Like, this is an energy where I feel like this, you know, somebody's been, okay. I feel like, collective, there could be some people that are feeling really depressed, not you, but maybe other people around you here, okay, that are feeling depressed. But I feel it's associated with you here. So, all right. Because here, this is like your energy, collective. Again, here's that right place, right time energy that we were picking up on yesterday. Something exciting is happening. But also, there's something about you, okay? Some sort of discovery here. Yeah, I feel like collective, there's really good energy. I definitely feel like your gifts are evolving here, okay, with this wild violet. But let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper. What do we have? Yeah, collective, somebody's looking at your success or your changes or your growth or your evolvement. A lot of you, this has to do with your spiritual gifts, and that makes sense why we had our lovely visitor today, okay? Your connection with God, Source Divine, and your ability to tap into, other realms, your ability to tap into collective energy, your ability to, be the high priestess here, right, it scares people. It scares people. And even if you, it's your intuition, right, or whatever spiritual gifts that you have, however you use them, it scares people. But you're using this somehow. With this high priestess, it gives me, it doesn't have to be like the high priestess energy, right? To me, this is just like your personal, like, God-given gifts, okay? So it could be some sort of form of creation that you're making. There's something that is definitely turning into a success here, okay? It's kind of certainly opening up a lot of doors, a lot of paths for you. It has been, and I think it's going to continue to do that. I don't know, somebody's just kind of at a point where they're like, exhausted here. I feel like they've exhausted themselves. They've definitely put themselves in this position here. Yeah, why are they feeling burdened by your success? You know something. Yeah. This really is definitely, probably predominantly about your spiritual gifts here, your ability to tap in, your communication with God, source, a divine universe, whatever you want to call it. That's totally up to you. No judgment here. Yeah, you're becoming untouchable, unreachable, collective. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. So it's giving me this energy, Five of Wands right here, okay? Where, see this fire? Like, this is you up here, okay? And, there was a time when you were, like, down here. Sorry, let me make sure it's in view. When you were, like, down here, right? And all of these people, I feel like they were passing you, this flame, around here, okay, which dimmed your light, right, which, but it's like, but you're becoming out of reach here. And that is what is causing, you know, it's giving me that energy again of like the light in the, you know, remember I said we're talking about how, you know, in a very dark house, right? And there's that one room with the light on, yeah, and then like you close the door. Mm-hmm. We have an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Swords here. Okay. This is also giving energy about some sort of competition over these gifts, right? So some of it is a spiritual inheritance, okay? Like it's like this flame being some sort of inheritance as well, okay? But it's been, you know, I heard like bestowed upon. Okay, so this is something that's an old-timey word. So that is something that has been kind of like passed down for lots of generations, right? I dub thee, collective, the spiritual warrior. Of such and such bloodline. Okay, I feel like this is what's happening. There's some sort of initiation going on here. Collective, you've passed some sort of I don't even want to call it a test. It's like, but you've been doing the work, right? It's like you've made a lot of decisions based on what future you would prefer rather than what like you right now, right? Like you're no longer moving from a space of like instant gratification. I feel like that's really important. I'm also picking up on like big energy of like like I heard, what would Jesus do? Okay, so I don't, some of you, and not everyone is a, you know, a follower or like, I don't even like to say a follower, but like a, you know, an admirer of Jesus's teachings, right? You know, you could admire a different prophet, and that's totally fine. But that's just the thing that's coming through. Remember those bracelets back in the day of what would Jesus do? I feel like it's like you have. I feel like that's been your vibe. Like in this situation, what would Jesus do? You know what I mean? Like I that might be something that you're just, and it may not be like literally like that's what you're thinking, but that's the energy that it's giving when it comes to making decisions. When it comes to, I also feel like when it comes to communicating, okay, when it comes to life path, when it comes to life purpose, right? I feel like you are like, you know, really kind of. Yeah, and we have this Tower card with the Ten of Wands here, okay? Yeah, this is that person that's like, man, just wait, collective. I feel like there is somebody that's very burdened because they know that something is about to go down here, okay? Something is about to take place for you. And there's just this energy of like, you know, just wake me up when it's all over, right? Wake me up when collective is, I heard not on the front page. So maybe some of you might be in the newspaper, or like on the news or on TV, or like there, that's not for everyone, but there's something about your success. Yeah. Can we just... I feel like this person knows about this somehow. It's almost like there's something like undeniable here. Okay. Yeah, Empress card and the Star card and the Sun card. Don't! Collective, this is your energy. I love this. Yeah, look, she's pregnant here. You're birthing something. And this is like there's some energies here that like don't want to see this happen for you, or they're feeling depressed or whatever because you have you're reaching some sort of like I keep hearing the word trademark, which is not the right word for that sentence. So some of you might be trademarking something, or like patenting something. You might have some sort of invention. There's something here, okay, that I feel like yeah, like I can't look. Is what I heard. Like, I can't look. This might have to do with a connection also, okay, because that's also out here. It's not as heavy. I also feel like somebody thought that you were going to compete with them. I also thought that somebody thought that you were going to compete with them. And I don't know if this was over like a man or a woman or like, it has to be, because I feel like as far as like these gifts go, and maybe it has to do with the gifts, but you understood the assignment. And the reason why I feel like it has to do with possibly a relationship is because I heard that song, that channeled song the other day for that like divine feminine energy, where Cardi B says, "I don't want your punk ass man. I'm too tough." Right? Yeah. This feels like a setup a little bit. It does. It feels like a setup a little. And it's like, you know, going back to that channeled message that I had, right? Like, it's like whoever this was, right? They thought that you were going to compete, you know, over something, right? But like, you know, these are people that have their priorities a little mixed up, right? I think. Man, big karmic energy, you guys, lately. And again, I don't even like to call it karmic because they're, you know, they're unhealed, right? They're at a different place on their journey, and that's okay. Okay. They're, you know, I mean, it's not okay, right? Because they're like attempting to like mess with you, but they got the wrong one. They did. They got the wrong one. I feel like this person, like there was almost this energy of wanting you to do that. It's like wanting you to get up off the throne. Like wanting you to, yeah, get, yeah. So they put some sort of like drama or competition in your face here. But first of all, you've already had like this Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands kind of, you know, these new beginnings, right? These new perceptions. You see the truth. You understand the truth. You know, and it continues to grow, right? You continue to remove veils because you're doing the inner work. You're doing what it takes to release generational trauma and chaos and curses and all these things, right? Like you're changing the game for the bloodline. Okay. And so you've kind of already been through these, like, you know, this clarity mentally, and then also like spiritually. I feel like you've really been kind of aligning with, like, it's almost like, you know, when like a bunch of like bodies of water like come together and they like, you know, make one like river, right? Like it feels like there's a bunch of like little pieces of you that are coming together in this Ace of Wands that's like creating a path for you here. And the fact that I'm seeing like bodies of water, I feel like that's significant. Okay. So, you know, waters are emotions, but it's also your intuition, spiritual gifts, right? Now I'm thinking of the moon, right? Which is, definitely, intuition and things like that. And it's like you held back from this whatever, and now that's giving you this Ace of Cups energy. We have 3 aces out here. We have the Star, the Sun, and the Empress. Collective, if this message is for you, you're feeling pretty fucking good. And if it's not, if you're like literally not feeling great, like maybe like you're like feeling heavy or whatever, like, but that's one thing that, you know, energetically there's a lot going on, right? And as an empath, I feel like for a lot of you, you are definitely like the pillar to kind of bring in these new frequencies and to alchemize them and ground them. You know, it's almost like you're like like a tower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, so you may feel exhausted by that a little bit, but for the most part, it's like, I feel like you're feeling very clear about who you are, right? And maybe not all the details have really kind of like buffed out. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you don't have all of the details, right? But there is something about like being very clear about who you are, what you bring to the table, your energy. And we've been picking up a lot on this energy of just very big self-empowerment. And this has to do with making decisions that are aligned with your self-love rather than, you know, appeasing others or bending to other people's will, right? There is somebody or a group of people that are choosing to move on, right? They're feeling burdened, whatever. They're choosing to move on because you didn't back down. I don't want your punk ass man. I'm too tough. Oh shit. Collective. And again, this does not have to be like romantic. I do feel like it could you know, just that could be analogy, right? An analogy. Look, here's the moon. Exactly. Here's the moon. I'm telling you. Do we have a new moon coming up? I think we do. I have thought about doing the individual signs. That is something that I have been thinking about doing for a while, to be honest with you. It's just about creating the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you brought that up, and I think it's probably, there's a reason why I looked up right at that moment. So, and we have the Justice card here, okay? So, yeah, falling out right on this Ace of Swords, King of Wands is the Knight of Cups. There is so if this was a connection, right? You know, if this was, you know, somebody trying to fight over some sort of connection or make you look some type of way, I'm not sure if somebody put you in a third party and you were just like, I'm okay, take me off the good morning text list, okay? Because I don't know, picking up on collective, you're probably pretty loyal, right? When you are engaging with somebody, you stay pretty loyal, but that doesn't mean that there's not a line, right? So I'm picking up on like there's not a line that wants to have an opportunity with you. But with the Six of Pentacles, yeah, Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, look, you're gonna be smiling. You're gonna be feeling so good. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody who wants to come in with some sort of equal give and take here, okay? But there's a conversation. There's a conversation here. Some sort of truth I'm feeling. Yeah, these gifts, this is a family, that's exactly what I was picking up on with this Ten of Pentacles, okay? These gifts are are like a family, like it's like a generational thing, right? For some of you, I heard it skip generations. Okay. This caused, I feel like this caused some resentment a little bit in the family dynamic. Because it was very clear when you were young, okay, that you received these gifts here, right? And it's I feel like there was an energy that, man, they wanted to hold on to them. They wanted to hang on to them. They wanted to, I don't know, but yeah. Well, yeah, then we have the Five of Wands, the Moon, the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, somebody, you know, with the Moon, it's like, you know, going into the depths, right? Walking in the unknown here, okay? To heal and to gain balance with this Ace of Cups, right? To balance the emotions. To really learn to love yourself. But there was a lot of... there was a lot of like nonsense along the way here, right? To try to cause you to like stay, because it's like collective, you may really be connected, and I picked up on this before, actually recently in a personal reading. So shout out to you, this might be for you, but you are very connected to the moon cycles, okay? So it's it's almost like this energy where somebody was like attempting to, like, this is kind of vulgar, but like somebody was trying to, it's like you would get your head above water, right? Like, you know, and it's almost like somebody would try to come and like push you back under the water with this Five of Wands. But I heard you grew gills. What? Okay. You adapted. You adapted, and you were still able to, Yeah, until you figured out that this person was doing this, and you got really strong here, right? Yeah. Yeah, because then next we have the Three of Wands, which is somebody who is standing outside of the water, right? Some of you, okay, so this is kind of giving me energy where there was a period of time when you had made it out of the water, right? Out of the depths here. And you just kind of stood there like looking at it, right? Reminiscing a little bit, kind of, you know, and that was another energy. It's like literally, collective, along the way, there is that energy that did not want you to have this spiritual inheritance. And so it was like every step of the way, right? Like, you know, when you're in the depths, right? They're trying to hold you under. Well, then they turned around and you made it out, right? So now they see you, you know, kind of admiring your work, I feel like, or kind of looking back a little bit. So then they want to keep you there. But they can't, because you've balanced with the Justice card and the Chariot, right? It's like you've balanced some things out. You've balanced the light and the dark. You have, you figured out how to, well, first of all, it's like you figured out some sort of truth here, okay? Definitely with the Chariot, it basically, I feel like somebody wanted to keep you still, right? They're like, oh shit, she's, you know, he or she is out of the water, you know, we can't, you know, if the collective turns around and sees that there is a chariot with horses ready for him or her to take off, right? Because that's where your justice is. It's not to be still and wait. Which, granted, you know, you don't get off the throne. You know, that's where it gets all confusing. You know what I'm saying? There's ships coming in, though. But I feel like you're moving from an energy of... because what it feels like is like somebody, you know, kind of like that victim, like waiting for somebody to save you kind of thing. It's like somebody wanted you to feel like that. Like that you needed to be saved. Or... that's so funny! Yeah, that you needed to be saved, or like, you know, they wanted you to feel like you couldn't, you know, that you aren't responsible for saving yourself, that you aren't responsible for going within and finding that connection to God, source, the divine, right? And justice, you did, right? Like you did. And, yeah, and you took action towards this truth, whatever this truth is about you, right? A lot of passionate action towards it, okay? I swear, collective, it feels like there is literally somebody that... that you were like 10 steps ahead of, but they don't know when to stop. Like, it's literally every step of the way. But I do feel like they might actually be, with this Ten of Wands, it does make me feel like they have, like, you know, reached a point where, like, what else can they do? What else can they do? Because you've already, like, mastered the mind. You've been mastering your gifts. You've been mastering your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have been, and you're in these new beginnings, right? And so this is ultimately going to attract, you know, something in the physical, right? As within, so without. Yeah. Your accomplishments are triggering people. That's what we'll say. We'll do. Your accomplishments are triggering people. But that's good because, like, I hate to say, like, that's good, you know, but it is good, right? Because that's kind of what your job is. You know, I dub thee collective. Light worker, spiritual warrior, chosen black sheep of the bloodline, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so if this had to do with some sort of competition, so it's like both ways. I really feel like there is, and it honestly, it feels like there's multiple like kind of storylines here, and it feels like multiple energies. Like I really feel like there is possibly like a karmic energy that wanted you to compete for some, you know, some man or some woman, and you're just like, you know what I mean? Like it's reminding me of that. Do you know that somebody made a remix of that Dolly Parton, Jolene? I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Right? But they remixed it and was talking about like they would have shot Jolene. Like they would have shot Jolene. And I feel like, you know, it's giving that energy like, hey, if he'll go, Jolene, you can have him, right? I made a TikTok yesterday. I was like, that's wild to me. Because if he'll go, Jolene, you can have him. Okay? Because you're going to lose him too, Jolene, just like I did, right? Like, that's kind of this energy here. So if that's, you know, if that is, like, that feels like one part. And then, but it also feels like, there's another, like, now this feels like a group of people here that have just been, like, maybe up to even 5 people, maybe 7 people that have just been attempting to put, like, roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And you just continue to just, like, climb over them, up and around them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just continue to keep going. And, like, it just really kept your faith. Okay. And, you know, it's like we have 2, 2, 2 here. Okay. So 2s, ooh, watch out for them 2s, right? There was one video where some of you were like, what does that mean? There was a video I had done before about divine union coming when you start seeing the 2s. When you start seeing the 2s, there's some sort of, I feel like there's some sort of divine union coming. Now, doesn't have to be romantic, but with the Lover's card here, it does feel romantic for sure. For sure. But yeah, so collective, I really feel like you have been kind of going up against a lot of different energies, but like it still shining really bright and still just yeah, and here comes this Page of Pentacles. It's like this new beginning is very much like tied into you and who you are, your DNA, your bloodline, like these roots are wrapped around her, okay? The thing is, is you are an important piece of this new beginning. This new beginning, it can't happen without you, is what I'm getting at. Okay, this offer in the physical, or this something that you're creating, something that is it's new, okay, but it's like you are an important piece. It cannot be recreated. It cannot be, you know what I'm saying? It's something that God has given directly to you, okay, because of all of this. Because of all of this, because of your loyalty, because of your determination, because of your discipline, because of your strength, I'm hearing, okay? And yeah, look, now you have somebody that is Page of Cups admiring you, okay? They're admiring you here. Yeah, man. You may have a lot of people admiring you, but Page of Cups, you might get some sort of like romantic offer, or it may actually also be like just some sort of like kind message, right? A message of love, something here, okay? But what you have, collective, you have a very special energetic expression, okay? Your energy is special, it's unique, it's divine, and something that you're creating, okay, something that you've been working really hard towards, okay, that it is literally taken like these new, like you've had, you know, when you have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, like, you know that you had to go through the whole suit, right, in order to get back around to the Ace. So you had to like go through and master, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we are constantly, and they're reminding me of the moon card again. So it's like you're just like the moon, right? You're constantly going through these cycles and coming back around to these aces, right? Like I feel like these cycles are going much quicker these days, right? You know, it could be, you know, whereas before it maybe be like a few moon cycles, right, in which it would take for you to get around. And this is kind of reminding me, I've talked about this before, but the spiral of healing, right? Like it's like, you know, at the bottom, you know, it's really big, right? But as you get up, right, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, right? And so it does, I am picking up on energy where it's like you're moving through these things, these cycles or whatever, very quickly. Some of you, it's not even taking a full moon cycle. Some of you, it's like at this point where you're like, okay, I see that. That's not aligned with me, right? And you're removing these things very quickly. Some of you are far more tapped in than you realize, and I'm feeling a lot of doubt around that a little bit, okay? I think you're going to start getting some evidence. I think you're really going to start getting some like physical evidence on like the downloads and the things that you've been receiving, okay? I'm hearing through signs and synchronicities, okay? So pay attention. You're not crazy, okay? Yeah. And I really think that there's something like that you are like being reborn. So these gifts, again, I feel like they are like, I feel like you're going to surprise yourself. I feel like a lot of you are tapping further into your clairs here. And I think that you are going to be like, what the like, Yeah. I heard something about like reading somebody their rights. And I don't know if that's like somebody actually like getting arrested or whatever, because that's when they would usually do that. But I do feel like this is like quite literally you. I feel like there's a situation that may come towards you here, you know, in which you are going to be like putting somebody in their place. Okay. I wouldn't consider what I did earlier putting somebody in their place, but that could be kind of an example, right? Somebody coming to you and trying to tell you that they're wrong or that you're wrong here. Okay, somebody might come and tell you that they're wrong. All right, that might be a conversation that's coming towards you here. Somebody that's, yeah, that's feeling sad and heartbroken and very nostalgic energy because they realize that they were wrong about you the whole time. They realize that you are where their heart is. Okay, so that's, and I'm covered in goosebumps, so that's definitely for somebody here, that somebody is like going to be coming forward and they're going to be like, hey, like I was totally wrong. I was wrong about you. I was wrong about us. I was wrong about what I did. I was wrong about what I didn't do. I was wrong. Okay, this is somebody that I feel like with the Emperor card, this is hard for them. There's a death of the ego with this. Okay, this is not an easy thing for them to do. So now, granted, while we know we deserve the apology, right? We've also been through a death of an ego, so we can understand, right? It's like come at this conversation with a place of understanding and knowing, right, that whatever decision was made based on whatever their current state of consciousness was. And it probably took you knowing your worth, right? And protecting yourself and walking away from this and choosing strength over whatever this competition was because, you know, because Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, because I fucking love myself, right? That type of energy, it took that, it took you doing that for them to wake up to possibly their own worth and their own value and probably where they had been settling, okay? So, now, I'm not going to say for all of you that this person is somebody that you need to go back to, right? If you want to purchase a personal from me, that's in the description box below. You can only purchase a personal from me through the website, okay? Through the website. I will not reach out. I will not WhatsApp. I will not do any of that, okay? I just won't. That's weird. You know, as somebody who is tapped into the collective and to the divine, never ever have I felt compelled to reach out to somebody and be like, God has a message for you. Because God doesn't work that way. Okay? In my experience, right? Like if God has a message for you, typically that message is going to come through you, okay? And then God is going to show you or lead you in the way of tools to continue to receiving those messages. And sometimes it is through people, right? And it may make you feel guided to, you know, do whatever it is, right? But yeah, anyways, so yeah, you won't catch me doing that. None of that. Now, if I'm out in public and you know, I'm around certain people, then yeah, but I don't ever like I just speak, right? I just speak my mind. I just speak what, you know what I mean? I just channel, right? It's never a point of being like, well, God told me to tell you. You know, it's just, I just you know, all glory to God, but that sometimes that makes people uncomfortable, right? So anyways, moving forward. And maybe it's just me. Maybe there are other like intuitives, readers and stuff that get those, you know, messages and whatnot, but I don't think so. I just don't think that God's invasive like that. Anyways, okay, let's see. The thing is the ego wants to tell people what they should and shouldn't do, what they should and shouldn't believe, how they should practice, how they should connect, all of those things, right? But it's your higher self that has a state of understanding. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I see where they're at, right? The ego is very loud, okay? Your higher self is soft and gentle and graceful and understanding and you know, so just keep that in mind as far as the spiritual community goes, right? You know, because honestly in this life, like, I don't want to say there's no wrong or right answer, okay? Because duality, you know what I mean? And it's important that we're making decisions that are good for us and for the collective, you know? So there are obviously decisions that aren't aligned with a light path, if we're going to put it that way. But understand and know that if you are ever compelled or in a position in which you feel like you have made a decision or whatnot, chances are it was an opportunity for you to learn, right? It's like literally everything is just as it should be. And don't let me project any of this onto you, right? This is just, these are my beliefs, right? And if mine are different than yours, then that's okay. I don't feel like either one of us are necessarily wrong, you know? You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Final messages about this, please. What I feel like the big message is there's a lot of energies that I feel like that are walking away. Okay, I don't know if they're even gonna throw in the white flag. Honestly, I feel like they entered into some sort of silly game, or they were playing silly games, and they probably started winning silly prizes. And yeah, this could be like your friends or something like that, but or the, you know, people you thought were your friends, or I don't know, they could have been friends, a group of friends or something, but yeah, they started winning silly prizes here, all right, because they were playing silly games. And I feel like these people are walking away. I feel like this message is to let you know, like, you have yet again, collective, defeated, okay? Which I don't even feel like it was like something that you, look, here's that Ace of Pentacles, right? We had all 3 other aces, and now we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, because through it, as within, so without, right? So it's almost like these people, you know, or this person brought something to your door, right? I feel like you've been minding your business, especially with this 4 of Wands. Look, there's a house, right? You've been in the house, okay? You've been doing your shit. You've been, and some of you not always in the house, but you know, some of you do work from home and you know, whatever, but this isn't something you went out looking for. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that you went out looking for. It was brought to you, but you navigated, you used all of the tools that you've been learning here to gain some sort of clarity about this situation and to really kind of put an end to it. Okay? And it's like these internal tools, right? Your emotional stability, your intellect, your, you know, your wisdom, your spiritual gifts, right? Also, your spiritual protection is like massively strong, okay? For some of you, you are getting, I am feeling like there is possibly like a new guide or something that might be, coming, like I don't know, it feels like the protection was like I don't know, like it's like there was more protection. Like what's the term that I'm looking for, because what I'm seeing is like security guards, like a lot of security guards, so that might be significant, like security guards. But anyways, you move through this, and now here comes this right place, right time, this opportunity. It's a new adventure, for sure. It is a new adventure, and it's something that I feel like is going to bring in a lot of abundance. It might be hard work, okay? But I feel like a lot of the hardest part of the work you've already been doing, right? With this King of Swords, it's like mastering the mind. That's the hardest work that you will do, is mastering your mind. Is controlling the ego, right? Because it's not always about like a death of the ego, but having control of the ego. You know what I'm saying? Having control of the mind. So yeah, collective, I feel like honestly this message is to let you know that a lot of the hard work is already done. You are already at this point of like you are being crowned. You've done a lot of the hard work. And now it's time, and there are energies that are choosing to kind of put their swords down, right? Empress, and time to receive. It's time to receive. The Empress way. Yep, Ten of Pentacles legacy here. This is what they didn't want you in temperance and yeah, this is what they didn't want you to accomplish. Whoever. But it's too late. It's too late, baby, now it's too late. What is that song? What does she say after that? Yeah, for some of you, there could be somebody that's coming back and it just might be too late. Okay. I love you, Christina. Yep. I don't know. I feel like I want to draw like a couple more cards. So these. What? Yeah, these people are definitely feeling like they've made a mistake. They chose the wrong one. They picked the wrong one, okay? I really feel like this is a group of, you know, if it wasn't your family members, I feel like it was a group of ignorant people that didn't know who you were. You know, oftentimes, I feel like those with a, and again, I hate to even say like a higher spiritual ranking, but maybe it's more of like a higher spiritual protection or something like that. Like, I feel like, oftentimes, we're kind of hidden, you know what I mean? We're kind of hidden in plain sight. And that's because, that's, you know, there's purpose to that, right? It's really, it's like we're bait. And I don't mean to laugh, right? Because, you know, it sucks in the moment until you realize that, you know, until you figure out that that's what's going on, right? Thank you, Nikki. All right. You know, one of my silliest guides is here today. Which he never really leaves, but he's got jokes and he is on one. There. Still talking about that intruder in the beginning. Again, I'm not gonna out that person for all the things, but all right. Yeah, exactly. Shelly, not worth my time, but there's some things. I feel like this is a test because I really want to say it all. But I'm not going to feed into, right? I'm not, I feel like, yeah, sorry. Yeah. This feels like a lot more relaxed energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like collective with this, it's almost like I think with these energies kind of walking away or like giving up or whatever they're doing, right? Again, it's like, wake me up when it's over, right? These people, are basically like putting their swords down, like this person cannot be defeated, right? They cannot be defeated. And I feel as though you are literally probably going to feel the weight of these people leave. And so, yeah. And I think this is really going to help you. It's going to be a big shift. I feel like it's going to be a big shift in your heart, for sure. Like I feel like, whoa, I just heard, I see how this is going to go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Okay, Taylor, shout out. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, in my dreams. Well, we don't want that connection if it's lusty and somebody is trying to keep you behind the scenes, right? We don't want that. I don't know who that's for. Okay. I am really picking up on an energy where I feel like collective, it is like these people pulling their energy back. You are going to see, like I feel like you have done a lot of internal work, but because their energy was kind of like clouding a little bit here, okay, I feel like when they pull this energy, you're going to be like, holy crap, like you're gonna definitely need to get grounded. Okay, definitely need to get grounded. Okay, because this feels like ginormous shifts, okay? Simply by, for a lot of you, this energy is like forcefully being removed here. Yeah, look here. I said calm energy, didn't I? Yeah, here's that calmness. Yeah. It's almost like it's almost like, this energy was attempting to like put a mask on you or like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Spaciousness, this energy is leaving, okay? If it's like you were about to just like, yeah, this is going to shift a lot, okay? Yeah, so this weekend might actually be like a time where there's a lot of solitude, okay? You might feel like, I just want to be alone, okay? And I think it's because you're like purging this energy. I think it's like your natural reaction to really kind of want to purge this energy here, okay? I just feel like it's not that it just really feels like it's like collective. I feel like you felt like you were seeing clearly, but you're about to see, it's like, oh shit, now I'm really seeing clearly, And this is also really going to bring a lot of clarity. Possibly about a direction that you're headed in, or who is who. I'm also feeling like past life connections, okay? Recognizing, yep. Look, observation, connections. I can't make this up. And look at this connections card. She's like way down. She's like suffering. She's like, fuck, this is heavy. Let me up. Yeah. So, collective, get lots of rest this weekend, because I feel like as these people leave, as this energy exits your, as it's like no longer getting intertwined and mixed up with your energetic expression, I really do feel like, yeah, look, you're stepping more into your power. Yep, because these people have been doing rituals. They've been doing this silly stuff. They've been doing this silly stuff. Okay? Things are about to take off for you. Prosperity. Yeah, so get lots of rest this weekend, okay? Also, like, do something fun. You know what I mean? Like, I've been feeling a big, like lighten up energy. And granted, we need to take ourselves seriously, and, look, the ice is melting. That's significant. I just moved, and, like, there's icicles right outside my window, and it's melting. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like there's things inside of you that these people possibly like had froze over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's melting. Okay, this could also, I'm also feeling like somebody's like, you're melting somebody's heart. Okay, possibly a water sign, maybe. I don't know. Because I feel like the water and the sun, but it doesn't have to be that. But I feel like that might be significant. Yeah, divine timing here. But yeah, as far as like lightening up a little bit, it's like some things are serious, but at the same time, it's like this life is really meant to be enjoyed. Like, we are on a planet filled with abundance. Now, granted, it's kind of been taken over by some of these evil spirits, right? And spiritual warfare is real, and it is something to be taken seriously when it comes to your protection and things like that. But it's like, I feel like it's like loosen your jaw, okay? It's like loosen up a little, right? Like, I don't know, pull the stick out of your booty. Not talking to you guys probably, but, that's just, I feel like there's, I don't mean that for you guys. Somebody needed to hear that though, like probably a cross watcher, but, yeah, it's like, I don't know, just do something you enjoy, please. This weekend, tap into your creativity. I know that like being an adult is like, society says it's like all serious and like, all these things, but like your inner child like is so important, and I feel like there's this real big energy that's encouraging you to play. Okay? Please play this weekend, however you do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. And it doesn't, it's like nothing in particular. It's just whatever. Yeah, you get it. I think it's like moving, this will help you move through some sort of creative blocks. Okay. It's definitely going to bring in some sort of empowerment here. Okay. A lot of these creative blocks are being removed as these connections are being removed here. And you're about to be informed of a lot of sorry. It just reminds me of like the things that I was being told about the lovely Sean. But yeah, you might be gaining a lot of information, okay, about secrets about these energies, right, that have been watching you so closely, that have been so intertwined with your energy, right, for, preventing some sort of peace here, okay? So, yeah, so you might be getting downloads, just secrets or whatever. Yeah, anyways. That was my confirmation. Not that I needed it, but it was funny. I love you guys. I love you, I love you, I love you. All Seans are not created equal. We love him. We love him. And he just probably feels like he's out here doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? Is my assumption. He feels like he's doing the right thing. And that's okay. That's okay. But I would never, ever, ever go into, not saying that this is my church, right? Because I'm not like, whatever. But I would never, ever, ever go into somebody's church and be like, you guys are stupid because you are leaving, you're separating yourself from God. Not that he called me stupid, but you know what I'm saying? But you just have to understand that that's where people are, He was fired up, though. I love you guys. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? What's crazy is I've learned very much so that chances are he's I don't know if he's still watching or not. I blocked his comments, but you know how we are, collective. We wake people up, right? He is clearly desiring a connection with God. And so hopefully we planted some seeds. I don't know. So, yeah, Blue Lotus, you're right. You don't need to go to church to have a relationship with God. Because, we are not separate from God. You know what I mean? We are all extensions of God. So really, once you really get connected and you form that relationship, you see that God is in literally everything around you and within you and expresses through you and all these things. So, this is my church. Yeah. They do. And they're not, and a lot of them, they don't realize that there's, perpetuating this fear, right? Because the Bible is a very valuable tool. It is a very valuable tool, but we know that it's been altered and edited. There have been books that have been removed in order to take that power away from us as, as individuals. So again, that's where that discernment comes in. And, I've spoke on this before where I feel like there's a lot of churches, that Jesus isn't in the church, right? Because, God doesn't like ugly, and there's a lot of ugly people, and I don't mean physically, okay, because that's not how I see. I don't look at people's physical appearance. I look at their soul, okay, and you know, I just there's a lot of churches filled with a lot of ugly, and you know, they whatever. You know. Yeah. So, and even in the spiritual community, there are still some things that try to create fear, which is why I always will encourage you to listen to your own guidance. Never, ever, ever let me project anything that I believe or that I feel onto you, because you have had a completely different experience than I have. And so to devalue how you feel and what you believe, right, is just, that is not what Jesus would do, okay? So, yeah. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna jump. I love you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I really do. And who knows? I'm mean. Aw. Aw. Sorry. Anywho, yeah, I don't think I'm mean either, actually. But I love you guys. Have a good day. Who knows? We might see you later. Who knows? But it is the weekend. So, yeah, have some fun, okay? Have some fun. Have a good time this weekend. Enjoy that inner child, okay? All of these energies are certainly exiting, okay? And I feel a lot of clarity coming through and a big spark in energy. So definitely get grounded, okay? Don't forget that. Okay, love you. Love you.